Welcome back, guys, to the second episode of my Physique Prep Gym Workout Part Series. And we're in the gym today doing bench press, 3 sets of 8 with a pause rep. But my pause reps actually kind of look like double bounce reps. We're trying to fix this. I felt really sore this day in my triceps from a couple days ago during my arm workout. And wasn't really feeling up for the workout today. As you can see, I'm grinding out these reps, and as I get to my last rep, I actually fail on my 8th rep. So you'll see it right here. Look at this. I don't know what I'm doing right there with my legs, but ready? And tip, 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 drop the phone, come get me. So we move on to the drop set right here. Things tend to be a little bit better. I gave myself about 30 to 40 seconds rest, which is a lot for a drop set, which is normally strip the weight and go right into the set. So you'll see this throughout the entire workout. The drop sets are a lot quicker. It takes a lot longer to switch the weight when you're using a barbell as compared to dropping dumbbells and grabbing new ones or changing the pin on a machine. So in the next exercise, you'll see that I'm doing incline dumbbell press. So it's a lot easier to drop the weight. And on these I go really light because I like to go all the way down. I feel like that's something a lot of people don't do when they use dumbbells in the dumbbell press. So I'm going all the way to the side of my chest. Most people will stop above it, but you can see I'm actually almost touching my front delt, and my elbows are pretty wide flared out on these. And on this set I actually went too light. So everything's nice and smooth, but you can tell that, so right here I pause. Just because it's like, oh, well, it's not heavy enough, so, I'll grab a decent amount of weight in my drop set and I'll make up for it. So usually a drop set for me would be about 65 to 70% of the weight that I used for the first working set, and I'm trying to get the same amount of reps on every drop set. I don't know if I actually specified that before, but you're trying to get 8 reps. So your set of 8, and then you're dropping, and then you're getting 8 reps again. Look at that guy, he's so good. Alright, anyway, so on to machine fly, also known as the pec deck. And a lot of the people, when they use the pec deck, have a huge problem. Like, oh, I feel it in my shoulders. Well, look at the arch in my back. I'm almost making it look like a decline fly by the way I'm sitting on it. But I do this because it helps me keep my shoulders back, and it helps me really isolate my chest and not bring my shoulders into it. So on this drop set that's coming up, I'll show you how I kind of set up for it, and you'll be able to notice, because my shirt's kind of hard to tell how I'm doing it, but if you take a look really closely right here, there it is. There's that huge arch and my big butt sticking out. So on these, what I'm trying to do is I'm touching my hands at the top, and sometimes you can pause it at the bottom and then pause at the top just to give it the extra squeeze, because you really have to isolate your chest in this and don't bring your shoulders into it. So on high cable flies, I don't know about you guys, but I have a very hard time keeping my feet stable on the ground. That's why it looks like I'm kind of moving around and not really even on this set. The floor is also not the greatest at our gym. It's very dusty, and it's not rubber floor. It's like a weird material, and you can see I almost fall back right there because the weight's pretty heavy. My drop set, I kind of fixed it because it's not as hard to keep your feet down when the weight's not as heavy, pulling you back into the machine like a vacuum or whatever. So this set didn't go as bad, and I feel like it's a lot easier when you're doing the low cable flies, which you'll see here in a second. I feel way more grounded. I can actually use both feet in front. Like, I can put one foot in the front, one foot in the back. Doesn't matter which foot I use for this. A lot of people, when they do flies or something like this on the machine, they'll either have one foot forward all the time, and then some people are good enough where they can use 2 feet and they don't have a problem falling back. So that's something you definitely want to work on through these sets. But I know this is a lot of volume for chest day, but for me, all that volume equals growth, and that's just personally, you can adjust your program accordingly. So spin press, here we go. Squeeze the weight as hard as you can. Like, if you set your computer right now, push your hands together as hard as you can in the same way that I'm doing it with the weight, you would feel the isolation in your chest. Anyways, guys, this sums up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more stuff like this to come, just raw footage, me talking over it. I'm not even going to stop during this one, so everything you're hearing is live. And I'll see you in the next food video, and you can enjoy this little clip after the Anabolic Alien shows of my roommate trying to teach me how to pose. Come in, you look like...
Oh yeah, so you just come in, rip off your shirt. I can't do it because we're in a gym, school gym. come in, flex the non-existent calves, try to pop up the. How do they do that?
You gotta prop your shoulder forward.
Is that good? Oh no, my
No,
last
like
one.
you gotta. If you flex your tricep, it helps.
So
It's a little bit. That's better.
okay.
Okay. And you're gonna keep the calves flexed until they cramp.